Hi, my name is Tony and today I'm going to show you how to make my chickpea noodle soup. You've probably noticed that I've been on a soup kick lately, and it's not because it's actually chilly here in Sacramento, for us at least, but it's because I love soup. It is so comforting to me, and it's something that after a long day of work makes me feel at home and cozy, and it's nourishing and filling, and it's great for meal prep. So today I'm excited to be showing you how to make one of my favorites. Let's get started. I'm starting off with a heavy bottom pot. It's enameled, and I'll drop the one that I use down below because it's relatively inexpensive for a cast iron pot. And I'm going to add in a little bit of neutral oil. I've got the heat on medium high, and I'm gonna wait a minute or two so that the oil will heat up. If you don't have a heavy pot like this one, that's totally fine. Use whatever pot you have. It should be on the larger side, and if you are looking for one, you can try asking in your local Buy Nothing group. You can also check your local thrift store, and I, again, bought mine on Amazon. Sometimes you can even get the ones that have been returned for a discount price, so if you go to the used section, that is often cheaper. Once the oil is heated, you're gonna add in thinly sliced yellow onion. You can really use any onion you have on hand, but yellow is the one that I prefer. Stir your onions so that they're all evenly coated in the oil and they begin to saute. We're gonna do this for about a minute or two so that they soften up. Before we add in the next ingredients, we want to make sure the onion is fragrant, so I want to be able to smell the aroma. And also they should start to look translucent and tender. Then I'm going to add in 6 cloves of garlic that have been thinly sliced. Give those a mix. Add in 4 ribs of diced celery, 3 carrots diced, and continue to stir. I'm gonna let this saute for about 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna add in 2 teaspoons of paprika and 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Also gonna sprinkle in a little black pepper. And I'm stirring it until the vegetables are completely evenly coated with the spices. If you've checked out some of my other soups like the Tuscan white bean soup or the lemon orzo soup, you'll see that I like to start with a similar base for all of the soups, which is onion, garlic, carrots, celery, and then I use spices and herbs to change the flavor profile. It's an amazing, inexpensive way to get a deep flavor to start off all of your soups. Now I'm going to attempt to pour in my 8 cups of water. Usually you would do this in a sink, but I'm working with what I have, so I'm gonna hope that it goes smoothly. Yay! I did it. I did not make a huge mess. At this point, I'm gonna bring the heat up all the way to high so that we can get a boil happening, and I'm also gonna pour in my chickpeas. I'm doing 2 cans of chickpeas, and if you've made yours from scratch, you can add in 3 cups. Stir them in. I'm doing what I usually do, which is using a better than bouillon, but if you want to use bouillon cubes, you can do that. You can add in 8 cups of water and then the suggested amount of bouillon cubes for the 8 cups per the directions of your chosen bouillon. You can also instead use 8 cups of vegetable broth if you've made yours from scratch or if you're using the cartons. And as usual, I just do a taste test. I start with a spoonful and go based on how it tastes rather than the instructions. You're totally welcome to go by instructions if you are not familiar with how much you know you like. And I try to start off modestly and then as I taste, add more and more so that I don't overpower the soup with the bouillon and make it too salty. Added a little bit more because I gave it a test and it did not taste strong enough. I'm stirring it in. Just like bouillon cubes, it'll dissolve in the water. Very, very delicious. Now I'm gonna wait for it to come to a boil, and then I'm gonna add in some pasta. I'm just using the one I had on hand. They are wheels, but you can use shells, you can use elbows, you can use the little letters, which are so cute, but we're gonna go with 8 ounces. This is a 16-ounce/1 pound bag, so I'm only gonna do half of it once the water starts boiling. I'm covering it to speed up the boiling process. My soup is now beginning to bubble, so I'm adding in my pasta. Remember, we're only using half of a bag if it's a 16-ounce bag. Give your soup a stir so the pasta is fully submerged in the broth. And now we're just gonna let it cook according to the pasta's instructions. If you're using a small pasta like an orzo or mini shells or the letters or the stars, you can just pour it in, bring it to a rumbling boil once again, and then turn it off, put the lid on, and let it be undisturbed for about 15 minutes, and the pasta should cook nicely. It's looking really good. My pasta is fully cooked and ready to be served. If you wanted to add in some optional garnishes, you can add in some of your favorite herbs like parsley, cilantro, dill. You can add in some hot sauce or red chili flakes. You can add in some lemon or lime juice, and you can also keep it exactly how it is. It smells so good. And I'm curious to know how much of the soup filling you like versus the broth. Like for me, I have to have it even, an even split. But my husband, he likes to have a lot of the heart of the soup, like the meaty stuff, and a little bit of broth. So you'll have to let me know which camp you fall in. I'm adding some garnishes just to make it look pretty when I serve it. I added in some chopped cilantro because that's what I had on hand. Now I'm adding in a little bit of red pepper flakes. My soup's gonna be quite spicy. And then I added in 2 lemon wedges, and it looks so good, so cozy. The soup smells delicious, and as soon as it cools down, I know it's gonna taste delicious. Give it a try. This soup turned out perfectly. You've got to give it a try. It's a great soup to clean out your refrigerator and toss in any vegetables that are about to expire. I would do some diced zucchini or some chopped kale, some baby spinach. Those are all great options. And if you have more carrots or celery that are about to expire, you can toss those in too. It doesn't need to be just what it's called in the recipe. I hope you liked this one. This one's super straightforward, but always a winner. If you want to receive more content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and let me know if you make it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. All right, have a good day. Bye.